Hi, hello everyone. This is me, Aarti. Welcome to the Magic Warehouse podcast. First of all, I'm so sorry for not posting a podcast last week. Last 2 weeks have been like really very crazy. I had my eyesight already told I had my final CPA exams and I got results for like previous exams, and I had my birthday, and in home also there were like so many things going like back and forth. So my mind is fully occupied that I forgot like I need to post a podcast. So yesterday also like I had a temple function, so I couldn't record it. Like guest was coming and going, and I didn't had that peaceful, calm environment to record a podcast. So here we goes. So I was just thinking what to record. Like actually, in last podcast, I have talked about destiny, fate, and like actually, I want to add one point to it. So this podcast may be a continuation of that. So if you didn't listen to the last podcast, like first go and listen to it and then listen to this maybe. Yeah. So as I already told in that podcast, like I really do believe in destiny, I really do believe in fate and everything. But so if everything is destiny, if everything is fate, then what's the role of us in that? We can just chill and do nothing and blame everything on destiny. Is that what I mean? If you ask me like that, for sure I am not. I feel destiny is something that happens to us, but we can change the destiny. Even like I feel like we can change that destiny, but how to do that is, if something happens to you, it is just a normal neutral thing. What you do after that defines that destiny. So like for example, I lost my job. It is something that happens to me, okay, that is destiny. But what I do after that, for example, I may like upgrade myself and found a better job, a better career. I can switch career, or I can start a business. Anything I can do afterwards is what really matters. So I always feel like destiny is something that happens to us, but what we do after that, that is really something that defines the destiny, or that defines who we are. That defines like what are the standards, or what are the values we have for ourselves. So whenever something happens that you don't want, or that you didn't expect it to happen, just focus on what you can do afterwards that makes you feel better about what happened. So I always do that. I always have this thing like things will fall, but like I make it in a way like I like, for example, as I already told, I don't know, like this story I will save it for another episode where I talk about my CPA journey. But like I don't know, like I always have this thing like destiny is something that really happens at the moment, but what you do after it defines the destiny as a good one or a bad one and everything. So yeah, actually in my life, like currently I'm also in a position where like things are happening and I don't know how to react, whether to like it. I know for a fact that things always happen for our best, but and something things happens that we don't see it as a best in that moment. But I know for sure whatever happens to us is the best thing that happens to us in that right moment. But acceptance is really very 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 hard, that I know. But once you practice it, and once you start to see destiny or see fate as something that is like a gift to you, you will feel how less we overthink about it. Like literally you feel like your mind is not doing so much task, or you are not feeling too bad for it, or like, how do I say, like the natural state of your mind, the day to day mind, the day to day feeling you have, the constant, like the background music or the background mood you have, that won't change much when you started to trust destiny, or when you started to trust fate, or when you started to surrender yourself to universe, god, or everything, and believe in that, like they do the best. At that time, like you feel like everything is like, how do I say, like you don't overthink. I had this thing, okay, and I'm like studying for my exams. I always had that fear, will I able to complete it, will I able to complete it, because the time frame I took is very short. Like people usually take 3 to 4 months to write give an exam, but like I just took 1 month for one paper, and I completed two papers in 2 months. For one paper I got result and I passed, and this Friday I will get the results for another one. And I have this always, I had this doubt of will I able to complete the portion, will I able to do it, etc. etc. But I didn't overthink much. I just said like whatever meant to happen, it will happen. But let me do the work today which adds to that result. Instead of overthinking, or instead of worrying, or instead of getting anxious or panicked about that situation, if we started to trust and surrender that whatever meant to happen will happen, it will just give you that peace of mind where you don't overthink, or where you are not worrying too much about the results or the destination. Instead, you start to enjoy the journey. And I felt that so great. Like it really made me feel like my life is getting really easier after I started to accept and trust and surrender myself to the plan that life gives to me, rather than me worrying, or like doing lot of thinking why this happened to me. Like I wanted something better, I deserve better, and everything, all that chatter. And as I already said in another video, another podcast, like no matter whatever work we put in, it doesn't go waste. So even in cases they were like I didn't reap the exact same benefit I have I have put, I always say to myself like, yeah, like in this way I may not reap the benefit, but in some or other way I will get the goodness, or I will get the benefit that I meant to receive. Like that I will tell myself. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I wanted to record a podcast because already I like I kind of lost track 1 week. So this week I just want to record. Like even my mind is like, how do I say? It is in a confusion state. Not a confusion state, but like it's everywhere all around. But still all I am telling to myself is like life will for sure feel better, and life will always gives me the best. And I just wanted to record a podcast, and I feel like this podcast is also like feels like confusion thing, but still I want to be consistent. And I promised myself like next year this time, like December month, that is 2025 December, I want to turn back and say like, yeah, I did it. So for that I'm recording it, and I don't know what to say. I hope like you get something out of this. Yeah, so that's it for today. Like let's trust and surrender that everything works out. Okay, bye bye.